First up at 5:30, an I-Team investigation, safety on the water.
9 people died in boating accidents on Connecticut waterways in 2022, the most in 6 years. Now, in one of those cases, a 4-year-old died after officials say he was wearing the wrong kind of life jacket.
And Chief Investigative Reporter Sam Smank went out on the water to show exactly what you can and can't do out there.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are ya? Hey, we're with the DEP Boating Division.
It's conversations like this.
Would you happen to have all your life jackets and safety equipment today? Awesome. You mind holding them up for me? What?
Jacob Budrus with the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection has every day.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys.
His job is to make sure you know the rules out on Connecticut's waters. 9 people died in boating accidents last summer, the highest number since 2017.
A life jacket is always required, no matter the vessel in Connecticut.
Under Connecticut law, there must be a life jacket available for every person. From October 1st to May 31st, if you're in a manually propelled vessel like a kayak or canoe, you must be wearing one. And children under 12 are always required to have a life jacket on.
A life jacket is going to definitely enhance your chances of surviving.
In 5 of the 9 boating fatalities in 2022, the person who died was not wearing a life jacket. But in the case of a 4-year-old who drowned last April in Wyosip Lake in North Stonington after the family's canoe flipped over, he was wearing one. Unfortunately, Deep's report says the vest he was wearing was not meant to be used for boating. The child was wearing what's called a Type 5 personal flotation device.
Because this doesn't look like any life jacket I've seen.
So this is a Type 5 inflatable life jacket.
It's an inflatable jacket that is not designed to turn an unconscious person face up, so will not protect against drowning.
If you were to fall off the water going at a high speed, there's a good chance it won't be able to stay on your body. A normal life jacket, the flotation is on the outside, right? It's already exposed.
I was going to say, I thought it would be like bigger.
This life jacket, though, it's an inflatable.
If you're wearing a Type 5, if anything goes wrong, you're in charge of inflating it yourself. That's why children under 16 are not allowed to wear them under Connecticut law.
It's almost like when you're on the airplane and they say, pull this when you need it.
Yep, exactly like that.
Oh my goodness.
When selecting a life jacket, Budrus says read the label to make sure it is made for a person or child your size and weight. You also need to consider what activity you'll be doing, and by law, it has to be Coast Guard approved.
You can definitely find one that's best for your situation.
2 men also drowned in April 2022 on Long Island Sound off Shippen Point after their boat capsized. The 2 men on the boat with them who survived told Deep they were a mile from shore when the wind suddenly picked up, filling their boat with water, sinking it.
Weather, that's a critical thing that you always want to be checking.
If you are not a frequent boater, Budrus says there's an unwritten rule for deciding when to go out.
A good rule of thumb to have is the wind speed and the length of your vessel. So if you have a 15-foot boat and the wind is going to be blowing at 15 miles an hour, that's a day you don't want to go out on the water.
Not one vessel involved in the fatal accidents had a safety check within the past year. It's an inspection done by the Coast Guard or Deep that makes sure you have all the emergency equipment you need. In at least 3 of the accidents, alcohol was involved. In May, a 24-year-old drowned on Candlewood Lake after jumping off a friend's boat. Officials say he had been drinking. A fatal boat crash on Long Island Sound near Stonington in August killed 2 people. Deep found the driver of the boat had a blood alcohol content twice the legal limit. That same month, 2 jet skis crashed on Quantic Lake near Thompson, killing 1 person. Investigators say alcohol played a part.
Unfortunately, a lot of people associate drinking and going out on the water, and the two should really never mix.
It's also a good idea to have one of these, a vessel identification sticker. It's a resource for officials to have in case your boat or kayak is found and they need to contact you to make sure you are okay. You can get these from Deep, from the Coast Guard. We'll have links on our website. Reporting in Rocky Hill, Sam Smink for the I-Team.